Hey, what's going on, man? Anybody who has, I haven't made a video in a while. This is this is really off the subject of what my channel had been, which was about politics. I'm gonna move away from that in the future, and I'll be doing a sort of channel transition into me and my wife are going to be selling a home, moving out to some land. So we'll document all that when and things. We're in stage where we've completed part one of that transition. We got to finish the rest of the transition before we fully do anything. So it's as, you know, engaging and informative as it's supposed to be, right? But so on that journey, I have been in excuse me, but my wife and I own a women's boutique, and I'm at the boutique right now before I go pick up my kids. And the reason why I do this is because in that journey, I've started watching a lot of YouTubers who do homesteading and who do clear land and who do a bunch of other stuff like that. And I came across a channel that I had been watching and I had been enjoying. Me and my wife had been enjoying it together, but then my wife got out of it for her own reasons. She stopped wanting to watch the channel, but I continue to watch. And it's IAG Farms with a family, Tim, Megan, they have boys, and everything along those lines. And Tim took it upon himself, because I guess he's the leader of the household, and he's going to disable the comments. Recently, they well, not even recently, I guess it's within the last few days, maybe this week sometime, they got a CPS case put on them, and the workers came out to the home, and they it was to check up on baby Benjamin. Somebody had said that the baby had been being left at the home and everything else, left inside the homes while they were gone. But I guess I had seen the comment myself. I had seen somebody make the comment that I hope you're not leaving Benjamin alone in the house, or whatever the case may be, which is, in their defense, it is a really just sort of observant and good thing to be aware of, right? It's brand new baby. If you've been watching the channel, I don't know if Benjamin's 7 months yet, you know, and so that is good. Maybe it was a better way of going about it, but you know, they were concerned, and that's what it was. But he has chosen to disable the comments on his video, right? Also, excuse me, the scruffiness. I own a general service business also, and I just haven't been able to get around to the barbershop. Please forgive me in that. But and so therefore, you know, CPS came out, they did a walkthrough, whatever the case may be. For full disclosure, I've been through things like this myself. It is so easy for somebody to put a CPS case on you. You know, it's the easiest thing to do, and it can get you in the most trouble, right? Because you can go on a probationary period, like we passed with flying colors. It was over with, whoop-de-woo. There was also, but well, not to do anything like that, but it can get you in the most trouble. But it's the easiest thing to do. And Tim had alluded to it was somebody was psycho, and that they were trying to take him down, and whatever the case may be. But one, like I said before, it's a valid concern, because he is a Christian, and that is a Christian channel, and those are Christians who watch him. Probably mostly Christians who watch him. But two, I believe that Tim had always been angling. He had always stated before that he blocks comments, but I thought he was always angling to disable the comments, right? Tim leads the house with a pretty heavy hand. I think that people get out after him for that, and which you're allowed to do, which is the pleasures of YouTube. I'm a voracious YouTube consumer. I plan on having a decent sized channel if God blesses me with that. And that's that's what I thought he was always angling to do, was to disable the YouTube comments. I believe that he'd always been sort of weary of that part of YouTube, which is why YouTube is such an exceptional platform, because people can actually engage with you. That's the reason. Like me now personally, I won't watch Tim's channel because, and I don't comment on Tim's videos and on IAG Farms or Resurrection Ranch videos. I don't. I just enjoy the content. I'm not there to bash or judge. And if me and my wife want to do that, we are in our home together and we'll go back and forth on that. But it's never reason to air these people out public, because they are doing something that we would like to do, and they are achieving what we would like to achieve. So there's no need to bash the people. But like I say, he was angling for that from the beginning, but he said that this is what set him off, that the crazy person wasn't able to do it, and he hurt 90% of his people. I go through Tim's comments. 90% of the people are encouraging, praying over him, loving. They're just good comments. It's a really good positive comment section for the most part. For whatever he doesn't block or whatever he doesn't like, that is what it is. I believe there's another ulterior motive behind it, because I believe he had always been angling behind getting rid of comments because he didn't like what people said. He didn't like people's suggestions. If you kind of watch the videos and you can kind of tell that Tim is he's a bit heavy-handed, and he's a bit, my way or the highway-ish. He just is feeling himself right now. He's achieved a lot, he's done a lot, but he had been to a very dark place, and he's coming out of it, and he's flourishing, and something that affects all of us differently. It's not to say he's a bad person, it's just to say that he's pretty heavy-handed in his leadership in his household. I think that's apparent to most people who watch. And so I believe that that's what he was always going to do. Period. He was eventually going to find a way to do it. But even in that being said, right, Tim said that it's because of the CPS. Or because of Benjamin that they wanted to do that. But Tim also should realize is Tim has a lot of things, right? When Tim took that RV out there, yes, it's the Deep South, but Tim had young kids with him. He had a wife with him, right? And no one ever called CPS on him. No one ever called CPS when he had those babies in freezing temperatures these last few years, and especially last year. Last year, they was just putting in the wood stove. They were living in the trailer. They hadn't had the P-tax up, but he got the house very comfortable for the kids very fast. Right, so that's to go without saying. But the prior years, they were in the RV, and no one ever called CPS on them, right? Because no one is, in certain parts of the country, a lot of people got land, so no one is really envious of somebody who's striking out and trying to make that happen. No one is envious of that. I believe that he does have someone who is envious of his position, and to take note, not to cast any aspersions, Tim is in Mississippi. He just bought a $20,000 truck cash. He just bought trailer cash. He just bought land cash. He's talking about getting a $20,000 zero turn. He pays cash for everything. He's not shy about how good his channel is doing and how much he makes on YouTube and things of that sort. So I believe he just probably picked up a real hater. Whether or not they want to see him as a black man succeed, or him as a man succeed, or see him, or whatever the case may be, I just think he picked up a real hater. Somebody who when he started to do good, they became envious and jealous, right? And they want to sort of stifle his growth. Excuse me for the I'm doing this all off the top of my head just because I just watched the video and it struck me so much that I haven't made a video in a while, but I was like, man, I want to say something, whether or not anybody listens or anything. I just want to say it and put it out there and how I felt about it, because now you can't comment on this stuff, right? If he would have not disabled the comments, I just would have left a comment. I left it alone. But I just was like, well, I'll just get this off my chest this way, and whatever the case may be. But I think that person really just won, because I've never, when people disable comments, I've seen another channel who had a really big following disable comments for a certain everything. Your channel, their channel never recovered from that. I hope Tim doesn't have any fall off. I hope people just still continue to watch and continue to chime in and continue to engage with his content. But I know I won't be engaging with the content because that's one of the things about YouTube that I love. It's why I don't watch a lot of movies. It's why I don't watch a lot of things, because all my time is on YouTube. It's not that I'm always constantly in comment sections, but I just love that's there available to you, because these aren't $20 million, $50 million celebrities. These are just normal people who was out doing normal things, and you can engage with them, giving them advice. They can shoot you back, yeah, whoop-de-woo. You know, you can do that. So me, that's a turn off for me, and I won't watch any or more of his content. But I'm sure a lot of people still will watch his content enough for it to make it a viable living for Tim and for him to continue to take care of his family and everything else like that. But like I said, I do believe this person just won. He just beat Tim, because I've seen channels once they do that, they just hardly ever recover. So you know, that's what it is. Like I say, I'm not mad at the person who sent the CPS, because that was on their heart. That was wrong. My wife had made an observation of the sort. I'm not the type to call Mississippi CPS on him. I mean, I just don't. I'm not that. I just wouldn't do nothing crazy like that. But I understood where that person is coming from. Not to be contrarian, but I don't know how much acreage he got. 5 acres. They go out to the barn. They all there, whatever the case may be. To roll the stroller out, throw a blanket over Benjamin would have been nothing. But they chose and they opted to leave him in the house. He said that he was famous. So that's why the attention came to him. I don't know about that, but like I said, Tim is, he's kind of feeling himself right now. And that's okay. Like I said, he's achieved a lot. But, you take that for what it's worth. But that's pretty much my piece on it. I just, like I say, I wouldn't have done that, especially if 90% of my comments are positive. 90% are people, especially as Christians, when people are speaking good things over your life and positively affirming you, there's no reason to turn that away, because that's real. That's how spiritual warfare works. People speaking over to your life, those things becoming real and protecting you and putting a burden around you, summoning angel, actors intercessory prayer, and it props up your life. Me and my wife are show for it. We have a really beautiful life, and we have really kind of stepped in it sometimes, and we've really been able to come out of it, and I thank the Father for it. But that's my 2 cents on IAG Farms and the Resurrection Ranch. He was building something really special down there. I hope it doesn't go up in smoke, but I know for me, I just can't engage with that. It's the reason why I watch YouTube. I like that platform, even if I don't always take advantage of it. I like the fact that the comment section is there, and even on Twitter, Cam Rob at Real Cam Rob 1, I think, at the Twitter. If you ever want to come over there, I do talk politics over there, but not politics. I'm a centrist. I just kind of just retweet and I might say something every once in a while about strategy or anything else like that, but that's mainly what it is. But I don't do that on Twitter, because I block people and I unfollow people on Twitter once they disable their comment section on there. One on Twitter is because I always feel it's so ripe for propaganda that when someone does that, you believe that they're trying to act as a propaganda arm for whoever. Even if it's just some independent dude, if you don't want any pushback, where people kind of on Twitter, they fact check you in comments, they give real live data, give real live examples and things like that. And if you don't want that, then I'm kind of wondering, like, what's going on? Why don't you want that? So I don't engage with people on Twitter like that, and I'm not going to engage here on people like that. So that's kind of what it is. I'm saying my piece. This channel is a different politics. We will change it once everything gets up and going, and whatever the case may be, not whenever, but pretty decent time frame from when that's going to all happen. But if anybody watches, I thank you. Subscribe, like, if you want me to keep doing these, and whatever the case may be, I will. I comment on other YouTubers. All I do is watch YouTube. Female YouTubers, male YouTubers, homesteading channels. I watched one yesterday I wanted to comment on, but she has her comment section open, and like I said, I don't want to bash anybody, so I didn't even do anything and didn't even leave anything right there. So thank you, and have a good day, man.